Hi, this is Dennis. This is my take on emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is very vital to our role in the business as leaders. This will drive us to success, not only for us, but also for our team members. For me, it's still a work in progress. I make sure that I practice um, emotional intelligence because I believe that it has to be a habit for you to have emotional intelligence. Now, let's define emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is the level of ability to manage and understand your own emotions as well as others. Now, there are five elements that comprises emotional intelligence. The first one is self-awareness, self-regulation, motivation, empathy, and social skills. Let's go to the first one. Self-awareness. When you say you are self-aware, you are aware of your emotions as well as the consequences of those emotions. You would see some leaders, if they are not aware of their emotions, they sometimes provide negativity to their underlings. Now, a tip that I can provide to you would be to stay in control, making sure that you slow down, you think first before you react to a certain situation. Now, the second one is self-regulation. When you say self-regulation, this is the time that you have to effectively think first before you act, making sure that you always assess your emotions, especially if you're feeling anger or you're feeling a strong emotion. A tip that I can provide to you would be, if it's a strong emotion, write it down on a piece of paper. Don't talk yet, and then look at what you have written. Then you throw it away. That's my way of doing self-regulation. Now, motivation. This is really important because a good leader with a high sense of emotional intelligence has motivation. What I can suggest we do is always think of things that motivate you to do the job. If you feel down, always think of that goal in mind, or that thing that makes you go do the job. Or if you're down, making sure that you go back to the basic and see the beauty of it so that it will motivate you to move forward. Now, the fourth one is empathy. This is really important because empathy involves putting your position or putting yourself in someone else's position, as well as knowing the person. You have to respond to their feelings. Like, for example, if you've asked a certain person to do extra hours, you have to make sure that you understand the non-lingual or the body language of the said person, or the tone of that person. Even if he said yes, you just have to make sure that you understand her feelings towards the task at hand. Now, I would also suggest being sensitive to what you call this, their gestures, so that you can immediately redirect it. If it's a negative gesture, you can always ask the person so that you can better understand it. Now, the fifth one would be social skills. Having good social skills is also important. Main thing about having good social skills would be improving your communication. Always make sure that you know your audience so that you can deliver the message clearly and adjust it to their level so that you can easily convey the message. Now, you have to also learn how to praise others so that you can provide positive reinforcement to your peers and employees. Now, these five elements are really critical, and it involves lots of practice. I would suggest always keeping that in mind so that in the course of time you will be successful and have a high level of emotional intelligence. Hopefully you've learned something with my take on emotional intelligence.